and a little coffee. Woo! If you're here, say hi. Make sure you say hi in the comments. Welcome in. Let me get my glasses on so I can see. Hi! When you enter, please make sure that you throw your thumbs up so I can know that you're here. Do those little hearts so that I can see that there's action going, because I'm going to take my glasses off and I won't be able to see what you're saying. So if you could go ahead and do that, I would appreciate it. This is going to be a YouTube shopping live. That is YouTube shopping live. Did y'all know that you could shop on YouTube? Yes, you can shop on YouTube, and what happens is at the bottom of the screen there is a little, it looks like a bag, and in that bag you can jump in and see all the things that I've tagged for this live. This live is about Velvety Valentines, and I just happen to be coming in with a non-velvet number. But look at how cute is this black and red plaid. This is so classic and so not seasonal. I mean, there is not any time of the year that you couldn't figure out to wear this. You could wear this during the holidays because it's like a little tartany plaid kind of thing. You could wear it for Valentine's because it's red with a little black for some more sexy appeal. You could wear it in June for a picnic because it's kind of picnicky. You could wear it in September to go do the Lindy Hop. I mean, it's really a year-round dress. And so I thought I would come in with this one. Why not? That is, thank you. Doesn't it? It does. It looks really nice, doesn't it? It comes with the belt. It has a gold trim, and I'm a gold girl, so I'm always happy to see that. It has this sleeveless number, and it has a zipper, and it's a hidden zipper, which I always love. Doesn't have any pockets, but that's okay because, I don't know, I feel like it's not really a pocket, and it's a great midi length, like a really great length. So let me see if I can get this set up a little. I don't know. Hold on. I've been at this a lot today, so bear with me as I try to regroup. Can you change into something tighter? Well, you know what? I'm going to be here. You see this whole entire rack? You see that whole rack? And you see this up here? All of those clothes I'm going to try on live today. Now. Starting now. So this is my hosting dress. And now I'm going to get to trying on some of the numbers. Respectfully pay attention. Respectfully pay attention. Okay? Hey! Hey, Rashid. All right, so let's see. You know what? We're going to go with all of the Macy's. So this dress is tagged right now on your screen. If you could jump into if you're here in the United States, I need you to jump into the bag. I don't care if you're going to purchase anything. I need you to jump in, and I need you to tell me that there are 30 dresses listed in there, and I need you to tell me which one is your favorite. Okay, so a Birdman, thanks for stopping in. We're just getting started. We're going to be here for a minute. I've got all of these beauties to try on. Okay, so let me know. It should be that. Thank you for the floating heart. How beautiful is that one? I love it. Thank you so much. So I have that pinned. When I come back with this one on, I will pin the next one, but I need you to let me know if you can see what I've pinned. Could you do that for me? That would be for the record. You don't mention anything about being a wife in my bio, because being a wife is not... Okay, let's talk about something honest for a minute. Okay, so I know that you all think that I'm 29, but I'm not. I have had my 29th birthday, that is for sure. But I've been married for 26 years. So do the math, okay? Anyway, when I was coming up, and mind you, my profession was human resources. I was a recruiter until I had my son. And employment training, I was on that side. I was with the employees, I was with the managers, building teams and that type of thing, okay? That was what I did. And nobody wanted to know if I was a wife or a mother. That was never, ever, ever to be spoken about. It is only changed, the one positive that has come out of 2020. This is the only one that I know of. The one positive that has come out of 2020 is that women in particular, men yes, okay, but men could always do whatever they wanted to do anyway, so there's that. But women in particular could finally admit that they were wives and they were mothers and they had other SHIT going on in their life than just whatever was involved in their work life. And so I have been trained, and I'm still trained, to not put my whole life in front of you. If you cannot figure out the clues, so when I went into a job interview, or I went to meet with a manager, or I went and interviewed somebody, they didn't say, hey, are you married? If they wanted to know, what did they do? They checked to see how many rings did I have on and which fingers did I have them on. And if either one of them was on a ring finger, then they're like, well, chances are she's married. But in those days, you couldn't tell anybody that you were married, because if you were married, then that meant that you were potentially going to be pregnant. And if you were going to potentially be pregnant, that meant you were potentially going to take some time out off of work. And if you were going to potentially be pregnant and take some time off of work, well, chances are that maybe you weren't going to come back. And now we've got all of this going on. And if you then had a kid, then you might have to take off time to go help take the kid to a, whatever. You have to go to their school thing. You have to take them to the doctor. You have to stay home with them sick. So these were things that were not everybody had to keep hush hush. And so I still believe that there is no reason for you to advertise your entire life. We have been living in society for generations, figuring shit out, figuring stuff that we wanted to know about other people out. And also, if you really wanted to know, you would now, and you have Google, you look at the F up. Look it up. So there were many years. I have now been in this social media world for 7 years. Count it, 7 years. I started January of 2019. Hi, Rashid. Thank you so much. I see you. I appreciate you. Chicken, is that what he's saying? Chicken, I so appreciate this gift. This huge $9.99 gift. I appreciate that so much. I can't even tell you. Look, I have chills. Look, can you see it? Can you see the chicken skin? Oh my God, did you see that? Oh, that's crazy. This is the thing. And if you wanted to, so I was never on social media before 2016, like not even, I had an account on Facebook, but I never used it. The rule was you could not put my name anywhere on social media. You could post my picture, and if somebody knew who I was, great for them. But otherwise, no way. So when I first started the idea to create awareness for lipedema in 2018, I was like, well, I better take 6 months and look at what this Instagram thing is, because this is crazy. I don't know what this stuff is. And the only reason why it was okay was because I had just gotten back into modeling, and I figured, oh, I could take pictures and I can write. So I can take a picture and then I can write my thoughts that picture prompts. And I can encourage people to be positive, and I can help them to learn how to style and all of these things. And that is how it all started. And when I went to work for, I don't know, 20 years, I don't know how many years did I work. When I went to work, my husband didn't come with me to work. And guess what? I didn't go with him to work. Yeah, sure, there were a couple of years that, I don't know, did he ever come to one of my work functions? I can't even remember. But I certainly had been to his work functions and things like that. But like, my husband doesn't come with me. My husband didn't come with me to work, so he doesn't come with me to work now. Okay, I'm done with my rant. I'm going to put on this lovely dress that is form-fitting. Okay, see it? Isn't it pretty? It's like burnt out design with some sparkle in it, and like all various kinds of velvet print through it. It's very lovely, and just give me a moment. Okay. Yes, velvety, bluish teal, I would say. Teal. Though this is not cute, Rashid. This is more more than cute. Okay, while I am changing behind the camera, I need you to look into the bag and tell me which one is your favorite. I need to see that you all clicked into the bag. Okay? Because I don't want to get banned by not have anything happening on the page. So could you all do that for me? And could you throw up those little hearts? And could you do those kinds of things? And I'm going to be stuck for a second because I did not unzip the zipper. Okay. So, are you throwing up those hearts? Are you looking into the cart? Are you letting me know which velvet dress you like the best? Let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know. Let me see. Oh, very good. I see hearts going up. Yay, yay, yay. That is awesome. My God, I feel vindicated. Someone finally listened to me. Oh gosh, that's hilarious. That is funny. I don't know. I can't tell if it's on right, but we're going to go with this. And did you write? I'm coming back very quickly. So did you write in the comments which one you liked best in the bag? Do me a solid. Do me some. Oh my God, there's stuff for me to read. Okay, hold on. Oh, foot Morocco. This is lipidema. This isn't even fat. Oh, I'm not drinking eggnog, Rashid. I am drinking caramel premier protein with some of this in it and a splash of coffee as well. And I now see that I let it sit for too long, so I gotta go. Thank you, Drew Daniels. Absolutely not this dress. Oh, whoever said I have no opinion. No, I have no opinion, and now absolutely not this dress. Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't AF like it at all. I don't know what that means. Okay, this dress is lined, and then it has this sheer, you see that? It has this sheer burnt out velvet and sparkles. And I don't know who it was that asked for something form-fitting. I'm sure they're probably not here anymore because we know what attention spans are. That's what I'm trying to say. And so, hey, are you a Gen Xer? Hey. Isn't this one cute, Rashid? Not this one is terrible. Well, stick around. We've got a lot more. Maybe there'll be one you like, or maybe you won't like any of them. But, you know, that's not really my problem. My problem is whether or not I like it. And that's it. That's all that matters. I'm in the feisty era, Rashid. I'm in the feisty. Yeah, isn't this nice? So I think this would be a good Valentine's dress, even if it's not red. It has some red sparkles in it, right? I love the V-neck. I love that it is like ruched here and kind of a faux wraparound. I guess it does have a slit in the back, which it's not really my thing because then you see my my compression, and I would likely wear compression. Very nice. Glad you liked that. Glad the last one was nice. That is a very nice dress. And so here we are. Here we go. I think it's quite lovely. And I think it surely shows up all the hard work that I've done over the past 2 years. So, yeah, that's what I would say. And as we know, so many women pay for all of this, but I come by it naturally. And isn't that just blessed? Blessed. I'm blessed. What can I say? Thank you, Rashid. I love those. What is that called? Do you know what the floating heart is called? Is it called it's called a gift. Okay. Awesome. Craig, you must be new here. And you're at the end of the Gen Xers. So, and Chicken, you as well. Nobody tells me what to do. You may, looks clean. I love that. Yeah, like The subtlety kind of needs to be there. And maybe, yes, Derek, these curves are all based in, rooted in a disease called lipidema. Have you heard of it? Can I ask you to? Maybe, but did I already do the 360? I think I did. I think I was over here, and I think I was showing how incredibly well the stress accentuates the curves. Would you agree? You know what? Maybe we're gonna go like this. Maybe that's gonna work. I don't know. It's a little tight. Maybe I'm gonna move the, let's see if that helps. I feel that the white background helps more. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Joshua, how old are you? I'm gonna need to know that. Blessings from Boston. Appreciate that. I was supposed to be in Boston in like 3 weeks, and I've chickened out. Right, Rashid? Isn't this a great dress? It really is. Oh, thank you. I have great hair. I do have great hair. It looks like a disaster right now, but Rashid and I have decided that bedhead all 2026 is the look. So, you know what I'm saying? Chicken, have you seen my video from Friday? One moment. I have a feeling, Chicken, are you new here? Yeah, see, you're buried in 2 feet of snow right now, but like what's going to be like on February 18th? That is the scary part. That is a scary part. Okay, Joshua, would you like to get kicked out? But I think you didn't. Joshua, are you the person who asked how old you are? And I don't think you responded to me and said how old you were. So how old are you? That's what we need to find out first, because that may answer all the questions that we have here. One moment, I'm trying to find you Friday's video. Like my new iPhone. Rashid, did you see this? New, freaking spanking new iPhone. Joshua, you're 30? I'm pretty sure that you're old enough to know. I don't know, maybe there were no parents to teach you. I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure that somewhere along the way, you should have learned that you're never supposed to ask a woman her age. Just saying. Just saying. Yes, Rashid, I know that you've seen it, but yeah, I don't even know that this is a 12th grader. I was thinking that he was going to say he was 15. I look like I'm 23. Thank you. I do, and I act like I'm 23 too. So there is that, but I'm not. I've had my 29th birthday, and I've been married for 26 years. So you do the math. And I have a son who is 18 and a half, who is in his second semester of freshman year of college. And he got all A's. And he's in engineering. So I must have done something right. Okay, so asking a woman her age and then does it is just disgusting. And you're old enough to know that, and you're old enough to know that you should have a little respect. Regardless of if I was 23, you should still have some respect. I'm a woman. Actually, let's have a little, today is sermon day. Wow, I'm on fire. Um, today, I can't even think. You know what? It's not even having respect for women, it's having respect for yourself. That is what it is. And actually, today, I'm so proud of all of you. Oh, I might even cry. I am so proud of all of you that are in here, actually, to tell you the truth, because almost all of you, chicken, sorry, not you, you don't fall into this category, but almost all of you, almost all of you have your name listed, which is fantastic. This is like my dream come true. My dream come true is being in a room with people who can actually represent themselves. And actually, like if I'm coming in and I'm saying that I'm Beth Rylersdam, yeah, I'm known as Curvygirlbeth, but I'm Beth Rylersdam. There's no reason why you can't do the same. And so I have almost a whole room of people that have their real name, but yet they're still acting a fool, some of you. And I don't understand that, because going back to what I said about jobs, when women could not let anybody know they were married, they couldn't let anybody know, God forbid if they were pregnant, they couldn't let anybody know they had kids, all of that. Okay, so I talked about that. Go back, listen to it after this is posted. But also, then now, do you think that your footprint is not out there, that anybody can't see what you're doing and what you're saying? So is that how you want to represent yourself? And if you're a 30-year-old man, I don't know what day of the week we're on, Tuesday? We're on Tuesday. I don't know where you live, but I'm going to say it's anywhere between 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock for you, because I'm thinking you're in the US. I could be wrong. But like, I'm assuming that means that you don't have a family. So you're not disrespecting your family with those kinds of comments, but you are disrespecting yourself. Because is that how you want to be seen as a man? Do you want to be a man who is literally on a social network being given a talk to by a woman? No. I'm pretty sure that you're better than that. And if you don't think that you are, then you got to figure out how to become that. Okay, I'm done for the moment. Oh, Matt, me too. Me too, Matt. It's a little bit scary. And to be honest with you, I don't know if you were here when I said I've been in this social media game since 2019 for the past 7 years, creating lipidema awareness and fashion, food, fitness finds, and all with a wellness overview. And some people would say that I am a worldwide sex symbol, and one of my best followers ever. The smartest comment that has ever been made in any post I've ever made was a man here on YouTube who said, I think it was probably in 2021, and he said, Beth has to be the sexiest woman on the internet who never wanted to be. And that remains true. I could give a hoot that anybody thinks that I'm sexy. I am sexy. I know that I'm sexy. I've always been sexy. I didn't realize I was sexy, and I don't act sexy, but some people are just sexy, okay? They just are. And I fall into that category. I now know it. It's not because people told me it, it's because I realized, oh shit, that's really true. Oh, I hope I'm allowed to say that. And so, yes, the simple golden rule, treat others as you wish to be treated. Brandon, I don't have a lot of time, and no, I'm not retired. I just told you that I've been on social media since 2019. This is what I do. This is my work. This is what I do. I'm a brand representative. I'm a brand partner. I'm a brand ambassador. I'm a affiliate partner. I'm a whatever. I'm a influencer. I'm a model. I'm a speaker. I'm a consultant. I mean, I do all of the things. I go to Capitol Hill to speak about obesity. I go to conferences to help awareness with lipidema. I run fashion shows. I run groups. Excuse me. I don't sit still. I have a full-time working husband, and I probably work more than he does. I travel the country to be at events. Yeah, no, there's no, there's, I'm just getting started. My son just left in the fall, and now I got to make up for the 20 years I spent with him. Now I got to make it up. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, my personality is stellar. Um, uh, oh, thanks for the roses. Hi. Thanks. I am loving this dress. Um, yes, this woman is wife material and mom material. I think she has pretty feet too. I'm not sure. I've been told I have pretty feet. I always thought I had cute feet. And that was before feet meant anything. So, yes, definitely salt of the earth. I love to be with the people. I love to treat everybody the same. I love to think that we all have our strengths that we can bring forward. And I hate to see when there's such BS going on, like just hate that. I don't want to ask for proof, but I will take your word for it because you're a strong, independent. Excellent. Good job, Illusion. Nice. Nice in discernment there. And are you Gen X also? Okay, I gotta get this one off. Now I'm gonna tell you the one thing about this dress, because I'm a little bit of a sensitive one, is that I can feel, because this is not lined, and I can feel the little sparkles on the inside. And so of all the dresses, this is the only dress that has that. So for that matter, I'm trying to reverse psychology. I'm Gen Z. Are you sure? Because then why do you have 9 of 63? What happened in 9 of 63? Okay, next one. This one, oh, that's not the right one. Okay, this one. This is a fabulous one. You know what, y'all? Did y'all even tell me what was in the, see, you guys had me on such a thing that I didn't even ever pin this. Did anybody jump into the bag? Because I really, oh, tell me the story. I was born in 84. No clue what gen I am. You know what? I can't help you. But I feel like maybe I think that's maybe a millennial. We've got time. I have to try on all these dresses. Okay, we've got time. Let me know. I'm going to be over here changing into this one. This one is green, not quite teal, although interestingly enough, yeah, no. This one is green, but I have already worn this to an event and I love it. And it was so comfortable and I was so thankful because I was at my friend was performing a Christmas show and was at a club that was closed that last night of that club to be open. And they had the front door open, which was very far from the stage. Lots of things in between. Curtains, bars, more curtains, walls, I have no idea. Seating, and it was freezing. And then they had like the service door open also. And those two things created so much wind. It was insane. And I was so happy that I had this dress on because it kept me warm. It was the only bit of warmth that there was available because I didn't bring a jacket because I was going to be inside. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. But this dress looks amazing. And let's just all agree that the hair is just going to be a disaster, and that's that. Oh my God, I'm really proud of you all, really. Regardless of how many speeches I've given, I'm so impressed that so many of you have your name, that you're standing in your name and you have nothing more than your name. Your name is everything. I can't help the hair, I'm sorry. I really would like it to be better, but this is seriously old school. I'm pretty sure this is like how I used to wear my hair in high school. Like this. Oh my God. Frightening. Thank you, but look at this, another bow. For some reason, I got that song Lady in Red stuck in my head on repeat, and I haven't even put on the red dresses yet. Look at this, another guy, Joe. Illusion. Are you going to tell me this? Hector, look at that. Are you going to tell me the story? Hector, I am from New York. Long Island is where I grew up, but I live in Los Angeles. No, Illusion, please, we're here for it. We're here for it. Dress you are wearing is all right, but you need to try red or maroon color to go along with your hair. Oh, okay. Well, we got a lot of maroon and red going on back here, so I just started backwards. Vegas. Oh, Joe is in Vegas. Okay, Hector's from New York. What part of New York? Do you still live there? Rashid, are you here for the whole time or what? So this is a dark green. It comes in a bunch of colors. I got that Viking blood. That's why you're not so cold. I mean, you are cold because it's friggin' cold there, but you know what I'm saying. That's why you're able to put up with it. I much prefer a curvy woman than a twig. Well, even if I was a twig, I would still have curves because I have lipidema, and that's what. Oh, Bayshore, not too far. I grew up by Roosevelt Field. Green is your favorite color? Nice. Live in Florida. Of course you do. Are you retired? Wait, did we see 83? Okay, so maybe. I guess you could be retired by now. So if you're new here, let's go back to 2003. Hi, I'm Beth. And I am a patient advocate for lipedema awareness, which is a disease that affects 11% of women from the waist down. It creates an additional layer of adipose tissue, and my shape is one of the phenotypes. It's where, you know, I kind of look like a heart, and everything, you know, it goes bigger and then smaller. And so I have normally sized ankles, and then it all just crescendos from there. And then upper arms. In the other phenotype is where if you see women with columnar legs, like their legs are just straight from top to bottom, and then they have like cankles, or they have like very thick like cuffing around their ankle, that's the other phenotype. Those ladies likely have lipedema. It's the fact that it was written about in the 1940s at the Mayo Clinic in the United States, and then maybe once in like 1959, and then never again until like 2007, 2010 in the US. And we just got a standard of care in 2021. I was diagnosed in 2017, but back in 2003, I actually weighed 404 pounds. And I weighed 404 pounds in 2003 because my mother died in 95, and it was not a good time after that. It was not. And I basically, what happened was I went out to eat all of the time with my friends because I wanted comfort in being around people. And that meant, and my people like to go out to eat. So that meant that I went out to eat. And when I went out to eat, I ate the things that everybody else eats, and my body just doesn't handle that because I have this disease called lipedema. And had I known that, maybe things would have been different, but they weren't, and I wouldn't probably be here today in this capacity. So everything happens for a reason. So in any case, in 2003, I had gastric bypass, Roux-en-Y, and I let go of 230 pounds in the first 18 months. So I was back to a normally sized person. I was in fighting shape because the way that I lost that 230 pounds, because you go through the surgery, but then you have to work, right? The surgery only helps you to work. So I 6 days a week, plus I had done this for 6 months before. I had to do the exercise 6 months before, and I had to be eating a regular balanced nutrition. But for me, because I had lipedema and I was 404 pounds, my system was so kaput that I did not just drastically drop weight. But afterwards, 6 days a week, I did 30 minutes of weight training and 20 to 30 minutes of cardio 6 days a week. And then I kept that off, about 90% of that, until 2017 when I was diagnosed with this lipedema. And one of the doctors said, you can live your life 20% of the time. Well, I didn't do that before, and my body doesn't work on 20% of the time, but little did I know that. So between 2017 and 2023, I managed to gain about 65 pounds. And during that time, I had a lot of health issues pop up. I got atrial fibrillation. Well, initially I got atrial fibrillation from taking a T4 medication that everybody was saying would help you lose weight with lipedema, and not me. It put me into atrial fibrillation, so that was the end of that. And then I had some AFib struggles, I don't know, 4 times that year. And then that was 2019. What happened in 2020? Well, 2020, we had freaking the pandemic, and I was at home with my husband and son, who were on the train of eating. And so sometimes I would join them and sometimes I wouldn't. But I was like, remember in 2020 when there was the Popeyes chicken sandwich came out? And it was the contest between Popeyes and who? Popeyes and Chick-fil-A? I don't remember. Whoever. So I had a Popeyes chicken sandwich, and it took me 2 weeks to lose the inflammation from that. So I should have known that that meant it wasn't going to be good for me to indulge in any things, even if it was just one chicken sandwich. But things like that happened over that 2021, blah, blah, blah. And then in 22, I did a trip and fall. And then that took me about 9 months to rehab that. And then after I did that, I had about a month break where I actually went to conferences and traveled and thought, oh, my life has started again. And then my husband was sick with long COVID. And then I went into AFib persistently, daily, for 6 months. And during that time, I had every system in my body checked. I found out I had sleep apnea, found out that I had mast cell activation, found out I didn't have any cancers, I didn't have any brain tumors, I didn't have any digestive or stomach things, didn't have any like women's issues. And then I found out that I had 26 food allergies in November, and then they shocked me back into rhythm in December. And then what happened after that? And then I dropped all of the food allergens in November. I thought I was going to just magically lose the weight that was from the inflammation of the food allergens, and that didn't happen. So by April, so kind of almost 6 months in, the lipidema doctor told me I was getting lymphedema in my calves, and I had lost about 20 pounds by that point. And I said, that's not going to work out for me. I'm not having that. And so I decided to go out on a limb and try the GLP-1s, tirzepatide, because women with lipedema had some benefit of reduced swelling, and that was all I was worried about, was could I reduce the swelling in my calves, because just the food component wasn't doing it. So I went on that. I was very deathly afraid because I thought I was allergic to the medicine that they gave me for the mast cell activation, and I didn't think things probably could get worse than that. So I was like, well, if I live through the shot, then maybe this is a good thing. So I lived through the first shot, and then I woke up the next morning and I was still alive, and I thought, this seems like this could be positive. And then about 18 hours in from the first shot, I realized that my calves were less swollen already. And by 2 days later, I realized that I was like walking across the house like freer, because one of the things that happens with lipedema is it's very heavy, and so you walk like you're like carrying around cement blocks, because you really are, and it was miraculous. And then it started to mitigate my mast cells, which is like where your body reacts to just everything, and it started to tamper that down. And so those two things then helped to let my system start to work effectively to like reduce, like let go of the weight, because I was doing the same exact like 1,500 calories, 100 grams of protein, 50 to 100 carbs a day, and that didn't change, but it was slowly where I was able to be consistent in letting go of, like, it wasn't really much more than a pound a week, but I was consistent, and that had not happened in years. Thank God you didn't contract it, because it's really messed with so many people. I am definitely a soldier, Derek. That is so, so true. And I don't, um, I don't recognize that until every once in a while now. I'm like, wow, like somebody else would not have survived this. So I am starting to recognize that I do have an uncanny way to bounce back. So anyway, let's just take one last moment for this dress because I think it's beautiful. Of course, I love the gold trim because I'm a gold girl, and this is kind of like a wrap dress, but it's not because it's just like a faux wrap dress, and I love that look. It's very comfortable and I think stylish and, you know, a little, I want to say chic, but it's not really chic. Yeah. Rashid, I took so many pictures and videos yesterday. If you all could see my camera roll, I mean, the amount of stuff that I have in my camera roll, it's just insane. I have to go back and see how many pictures I have. I think I've had the iPhone now for a week, maybe? I think it's been a week that I've had it. 10 days, something like that, that I've been using it. Because I think we had it for like 10 days before we even opened it. But anyway, the amount of shit that I don't post is just absurd. It's just absurd. But I can't get into a groove to post all that I take. So yeah, I was like on a roll last night. I had 15 minutes to take photos before it went completely dark and before I had to be on a conference call. And so I was taking the photos outside and I was like a complete goofball. And I was like, oh, this is going to be really funny because people are going to be like, whoa, what was she on? Because as I mentioned in the beginning, I started when I had restarted modeling and I thought I was a picture app and I was going to take pictures, have professional, because I was having professional pictures. So I could put up my professional picture and then I could put my comments. And then it slowly became a darn, oh, I got to do this other dress first. Hold up. Then it became a, one moment, please. It became a video app in a pandemic. And I was like, how am I going to take pictures in a pandemic when I don't even know how to take a video? So the amount that I have overcome just in my influencer career is astounding as well. And I definitely don't ever give myself credit for any of that. My son likes to tell me, I'll sometimes be like, can you do blah, blah, blah? Can you make me a Canva? Can you make me a Canva flyer? And he's like, why can't you do it? And I'm like, because I don't know how to do Canva. And he's like, well, you didn't know how to do any of the other stuff either. And I'm always like, oh, he's not wrong. And I'm like, well, I don't need to learn anything else. And he's like, yeah, you do. This has, I just have to show it. It has this little silly thing here. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to do. Oh, I got to be up at 4 a.m. So it's what, 9 your time? Take care, Beth. You're stunning. Have a good night. I hope that you were subscribed, Matt. I enjoyed chatting with you. I hope you have a great day. What kind of work do you do? You know, Rashid, you know that this is just me, right? I don't even try. This is just my This is just life. Isn't it great? I love it. I really do love it, except for this. This makes no sense, and you can't even take it out. Thank you for the floating hearts. I really appreciate it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what it means. I don't know what I just love it. I just love it. I think my husband might have hated it, if I remember correctly. But I love it. I love the sleeve length. It's long sleeves, but I do like it when it's like put it at the 3/4 sleeve. I love the scoop. I love how all of this ruching with the gold, with the hanging, with the this. It has the little slit here, which isn't so bad. Hello from Greece. I love it. This one is really modest. That's great. Jamie Santana. See, look at this. Another name. And Nick, another name. I mean, it's just so fantastic. I don't know. This is like such a good omen. I don't even know what to say about it. I don't know. I think that the curves are curving even more in this one. I just don't know, but I absolutely love it. That being said, I'm not so sure that I am keeping it for myself, because this is just not proper. That's definitely the one. Okay, see? Look at that. I'm not the only one that likes it. I mean, it's not my high colors, but it does have all of my colors in it. And I'm not sure if the pattern is just a little too much, but I think because there's so much skin here that it works. Oh, can this be off the shoulder? No. Yeah, I think so too. So, it's fancy. Let's see if we can get a little. I just can't win right now with this. It's not good. Oh, I might have found the answer. Okay, here we might have to. Oh my God, so yesterday I had this problem where I was trying this new I guess it was a jumpsuit, I don't remember what it was. Anyway, I was trying something, another one, Frank, look at this. And Lamel, I look good from the back. Thank you. I look good all around, sir. I beg to differ. Look at this, Frank. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're all not really real. I don't even. Now, can you explain to me about the stepmom thing? Because I was trying to explain this to my husband last night, and I'm not sure that I did a good job. Oh, so anyway, Rashid, listen to this. This is not that. But this, you see how we see the curves here, right? This is undeniable curves. Look at that. Good stuff. That's all I can say. And I was on, I'm part of the Lipidema education group, which is a bunch of clinicians and a couple of patient advocates that work together. And I was telling them, I don't know if you saw that. Did you see that when I was trying the jumpsuits on TikTok? Anyway, I was trying the jumpsuits on TikTok, and then I noticed in the brown jumpsuit that I looked really full from here to here. And I was like, what is going on? Like, that is so crazy. How is that different since Friday? Well, then I realized that that really I had like a little spare tire going here. And it was because on Friday I had been in the bed for like 4 days, right? I had just like come out of being sick in bed for like 4 days, and everything was great. And then on the weekend, on Sunday night, I had a quarter cup because I was making that gluten-free chicken parmesan, and I had a quarter cup of rice, and rice is not my friend. Even a quarter cup of rice makes me gain like 5 pounds overnight. So the scale did not show that I was 5 pounds up. However, when I put on that jumpsuit, I was like, oh, look at that. That's where it all is, right there. That is so crazy. And that was why like the pooch kept sticking out. And I was like, that is nuts. I didn't even dawn on me until I went to bed on Monday night, and I went to lay on my hip, and it really hurt. And I was like, oh, because that's all filled with fluid. Isn't that fantastic? So anyway, I was trying on these pants. They were either a jumpsuit. I think it was one of the jumpsuits. I was trying on a jumpsuit, and I was like, it makes me look square. And my husband's like, what? I was like, look, this makes me look square. And he's like, I don't understand. I'm like, do you see a curve in this? And he's like, well, not real, like, I don't know. And I was like, well, this is not curved. This is like, I look like a square. And he's like, okay. And so I put something else on. I was like, look, see, this is a curve. This is not square. And he's like, okay, I see that. And I was like, I don't need an outfit that makes me look like a square. And he's like, okay, like, whatever. I'm like, whatever. That seems a little bit like, I was like, yeah, no. Like, no, that's not the whole point. Did you hear me just say, my husband said, keep up with it, keep up with it. This dress designer is Donna Karen. Yeah, not square. I'm like, I'm not, like, we're not going there. Like, we're not getting outfits that look square. So I'm very happy to see that I'm not looking square in this one. This one is showing the curves. This one actually is giving me Sophia Loren vibes. What do you think about that? This is giving me total Sophia Loren vibes. I mean, I just... Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. Do you even know who Sophia Loren is? Just Google it, okay? Hi. And just so you know, when it says the message is held for review, I don't ever review them. Okay. Oh my God, did I? Oh no, this one I don't have the pin, this one, because I can't find this one. This one is, I think, only available at Donna Karen now. Okay, so let me get this. We're now switching to different vibes. These new next dresses have different vibes. They are more I want to say flirty because they have more flair. These are more fit and flare. It actually feels like a tent in comparison. That's really funny. Oh my God. Hilarious. What a difference. This dress is a bigger size than I would want it to be, but I'm in that stage where if I don't buy two, it's whatever size I chose was the wrong one. This dress, when I bought this dress, the green one with the gold, there was a woman who came out of the next dressing room from me, and she had it on in red, and I didn't see it in red, so I was like, ooh. And she probably had lipedema, but she was like a stage 1. I had this dress for me is size what? A size 8, and she had a size 4. So, but her figure, she had a lovely figure, and she's like, do you think this would be okay for lunch at the White House? And I was like, okay, let me go back. When she said that, she had a long gown on, and I was like, lunch at the White House? I'm like the White House, like the president? And she's like, yes. And I was like, well, is it going to go into a night event? And she's like, well, there is a separate night event. And I was like, well, then shouldn't you have 2 dresses? And she was like, oh. And I was like, oh dear God, like, although I am a stylist and you probably need my help, but I'm going to try to just be calm. And so she, so then she goes in the dressing room, and then she comes out with this dress in the red. And I go, oh yes, this will be lovely for lunch at the White House. I said, and then maybe you could bring the other one for the nighttime. And she's like, oh, but then how would I carry it? And I was like, in a checked bag? I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, you probably need to get more information about what's going to be happening at the White House, because holy smokes. And so it was really something, and I was like, wow, okay, well, I can see that we've got lots of different places you could wear this dress. Guy, go back and listen to my, oh, I don't know that it's posted yet. You'll have to wait. I did a whole discussion about my mole on my nose yesterday, so someday it'll pop up on here. So now we're getting a mixture of real names and then handles, which is just fascinating. It's so fascinating, y'all. Okay, this dress is in the description. You can click through in the description, and it says from my TT shop. That is where you would find this one. And this one is in green. It does come in a lot of other colors. And it is flowy all over. It has this crisscrossed V-neck. It has some nice shirring on the shoulders. It has a nice little shirred poof for some interest, and it has a nice loose elasticized wrist which is great for lipedema ladies so that it doesn't pinch them. And then it has the smocked gathered waist. And as you can see, it's got room in here for a way bigger waist and a way bigger bust. So I would give this one, and also, you know, much more room. And so I love the flow. I'm going to call this one the flow. So you just have to go straight into the description to click this one. Yes, this one is my color as well. That is very true. That is very true. Hi, Habibu. Yes, I have lost weight for sure, 100%. No doubt. I'm going to come in with something different. This is a sweater dress. I don't think I put this in the description though. I could go back and put it in the description. If you want to know about the sweater dress, you just leave sweater dress in the comments once it's posted and I'll get you the link. But I'll go back and post it after I put it up. This one is really comfy, really warm. Would be great for so many people right now this week. Has a nice crew neck collar, has beautiful cable knitting in the bodice and the arms, which is great. I love that for some camouflage. For those of us that don't want people to see our arms, that gives a little interest and camouflage, away from any lumps and bumps that you don't want people to see. The back, hold on. The back is flat knit, flat tight knit. See, the back has flat tight knit, and then it goes to this little bit of cinching here because it does have a nice ribbed cinching at the waist. And then it has this awesome wide ribbed, flouncy, flowy. I feel like I should be skating. Did you know I used to be an ice skater and a roller skater? And no, I didn't compete. Hello, in French. Is slimming medication available? I'm not sure what that means. Like, do I have a link? Yes, this is my color. Wait, what did Habibu say here? It's like one size fit all. I don't know what that means, Habibu. Looking nice in that one. Thank you. Love it. I do not speak French in any way, except for parlez-vous français? And then the answer is no. How do you say no in French, actually? I don't even know. Is there a way to say no in French? I don't know. Okay, let's just do one more. Can I Netflix and chill with you? Doubt it. It's French, it's non. In French, it's non. Non, then. It is really warm and cozy, Rashid. It would be good for the weather where you are. But I was loving it today here. And I don't know, I think it was 72 degrees or something. Not to throw stones or anything like that, but you know, I would not survive. I would not survive. I don't know if you know this, but I truly have an allergy to cold. Like, I legitimately carry an EpiPen for that. I have cold-induced urticaria, where like my throat can close up like from drinking like an icy. It's true. Thank you. We have 10 inches of snow. Dancing, please. Well, you could dance in this one. Look at. And see the sleeves. So I love that this is a V-neck, and then it has the gathered I don't know, sleeve with the tulip or trumpet, and then the flouncy skirt and the cinched waist. Again, this is roomy enough that if you had a wide waist or a big bust, it could work. You would put a ring on it if it didn't already have a ring? Okay. I have some moves in dancing. Yes, thank you. My mother sent me to dancing school when I was in the 1st grade so that she was sure that I would have rhythm. I think she did want me to also be making sure that I was using my legs, which I'm very thankful for. So yes, I was in dancing school from 1st grade through 12th grade. So this one is the burgundy color. And this is from the big AMZ. And so you'll have to look in the top of my description. I have the you know, the LINK to this set that I'm now showing. Thank you, appreciate it. So all of you that are here, can you throw up some of the thumbs ups? Can you throw up those little hearts? I think I haven't asked that in a long time. What do you do here? How do you get those hearts to go up? You don't just tap. They used to call me the king of the dance floor. Oh, I love that. I love that. Where did you go dancing? And how long have you been there where you live? Thank you, Riley. Okay. Next one is, and I'm gonna, in clubs. Yes, I know. What clubs? Where were the clubs located? And what years were these? That's funny. Sometimes y'all are forthcoming, and then other times you're like, I have to be a dentist pulling teeth. Okay, can you do a fashion show? I'm in the middle of doing a fashion show. I've been here doing a fashion show for an hour and 20 minutes already. You've already, okay, West Africa. I have already done a fashion show of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dresses. I'm now on the 8th one. So you'll have to be sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You'll have to turn on your notifications because you never know when I'm going to come back. And you'll have to look for when this is posted to see the other 8 dresses that you already missed. Just saying. This one is not where it is. No, this one is. This one is lined. It's lined here. See, I knew it's lined in the back and it's not wanting to fall. It's like sticking to the tights. This has pockets. And this one has, I'm calling this a half a sleeve because it's not quite a 3/4 sleeve. This one's just like a little bit below the elbow, which is great for lipedema women. This is great because this right at the elbow is where the arm cuff starts, and most people don't like that to be seen. Is this my own brand? It is not my own brand. It's on the AMZ. You know, that place, worldwide shopping place, AMZ. You know, it's got 6 letters with AMZ in it, a lot. Has a big arrow, which I like to say is not an arrow. We all know what that really is. So isn't this lovely? This dress is lovely. It is lined on the inside here as well. And it's got this nice stitching, this tailoring that is really very feminine. And the waist and the iridescent has like that little black, see there, it shows black. Like it's the black or red iridescent, depending how you look at it. It's got all the movement of the color and then all the movement when you move. I think it's great. I love it. And it's just an iridescent fabric. It is not velvet. This one is not velvet at all. So no more dancing for you? Is that what I'm hearing or understanding? Or are you still dancing? So this is the same as the one in the burgundy, only this is in red. And this is, Frankie, you weren't here earlier. I can design my own brand. I need to get on that. You're right. Do you know someone who does that? Oh, you hung up your glove after Michael Jackson's death. Okay. I'm sure that he appreciated that nod. So this is the same as this one that I had, the burgundy. It's the same dress, just this is in red. And I like them both, but of course I'm partial to the red because I love red and red loves me. So, yeah. Again, it's got the awesome, and then if you really shook it and shaked it, you really get some movement going with the whole thing. Yeah, so that's this one. And then I think we're going to get into the little formal. We'll do the list, these two formal ones, and then we'll come to the last two. What? Oh, here. Okay, if you're here, throw up some hearts, because while I'm changing, if there's not anything going on, we're going to get banned, and I don't want to get banned. So if you could throw up some hearts, I would appreciate that. That would be awesome. And if you are so inclined to throw up some super thanks or super chats or gifties. And also, what about this hype stuff? Are you all doing the hype stuff? Because I would love for you to throw up some hypes on my posts. I don't know that you can throw a hype in a live. I don't know that does anything. But okay, this is fancy. This is a fancy one. As if the others were not, but this one is fancy because this is long. And it is, hold up, I'm caught in the belt loop here. Okay, let me see. Are you throwing up the hearts? Can somebody note in the chat, how do you throw up the hearts? How do you do that? How do you make the little hearts appear on the screen? Like the little bitty hearts. How do you make that happen? Yeah, that. How do you do that? How do you make that happen? I do like the color Bordeaux, but red is my favorite. Hello. Hey, at work. Where are you working, and what part of the world? Isn't it lovely? And it has pockets. Pockets that are lined. So I have to come back and talk about this dress. This dress they made really well because this has pockets too, which I forgot to show you. But on the front where you don't see, they lined it in black. But on the part where you would see, they lined it in the dress material. Brilliant construction. Brilliant construction. Really, really well made, that dress. This one is so comfy. Just wanted to say hi. Sheridan Ballet, Anaheim. Okay, you're local. You're a local. Did you ever hear the story of what happened when I took my son to Disneyland And we pulled up at the lodge. He was about, I don't know, 6 months old, 9 months old. I don't know. No. That's not true. That's not true. Hold up. That is not true at all. He was 2 years old. He was a little older than 2. Wrong, totally wrong time frame. He was a little older than 2 because we had a pass for when he was 2. You could have a free pass, and he had a free pass, and we had moved to San Diego, so Disneyland was halfway between LA and Disneyland. Not really, but whatever. Anyway, we would meet friends there, and so we pulled up to the lodge because we would park at the lodge, and then we would have lunch, and then we would go into Disneyland with the kids. And this one day I was in the back of the car trying to get the stroller out of the car, and I bent over I had closed the lid of the car. I had an SUV, and then I bent over to lift up the stroller, and the car pulled away. And my son was in the car. And I am screaming like a banshee, like, wait, like, oh my God, like, where are you going? Wait, stop, blah, blah, blah. And one of the other ballet guys says, good thing you have a loud mouth. And so it was like my New York Italian that finally helps me out. And then they chased the guy down the driveway because the guy didn't hear anything. And so he was like practically at the end, and so he had to go out and turn around and come back in. And I was like, oh my God. So my advice to you is always check the back of the car before you pull off in the car. Just saying. You never know who or what might be back there. What am I drinking? Oh, I was drinking the end of my protein drink. So, Rashid, what do you think of this one? This dress is so comfortable, Rashid, that I feel like I would like to wear it around my house all day. Like, it's that kind of comfort. I know it's like really fancy, but I feel like it could be like a house dress. And I'm not even kidding. Am I originally from Brooklyn? I'm not originally from Brooklyn, but I am originally from Long Island. Beth, are you looking for a young man to adopt? Please say yes. I am not, but it says Christina Matthews. So does that mean that you're actually a young man and you're just posing as Christina? What does that mean? Y'all, come on. I have to fix the lipstick. I see it's departed. Yeah, no. That's just, oh, this isn't it. Here it is. Why do people want to be adopted so much? So you think it would be too much, Rashid? I'm not the only one. No, I'm not the only one that gets it wrong. Oh, but why does it say Christina? It does, or even if it says Kristen, it doesn't say Christian. Yeah, that's crazy and scary. What just said? Wow, scammers. I mean, what about the date? No, it's not too much. I buy. Oh, Lordy. We had it good for a while, people. We had it good for a while. You all have to admit. So anyway, this dress is just lovely. I don't even know what to say about it other than that. I think it's very fancy, but I also feel that it has a little bit of a casual vibe in some way. I don't know. I think maybe I feel like it's like a 70s. Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like Mrs. Brady would have worn this around the house. Yes, I am one of them. I don't know what that means. Do I have children? Yes, I have one son who just went off to college. Um, I've only got 3 more things to try on. Um, thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. So I don't know. Has anybody had a favorite one yet? Yes, I am an empty nester now. Luckily, he's not too far. So I have just recently seen him on the long weekend. And oh yeah, and he even drove home on this past weekend because his bestie was going back to school on Sunday, so he drove home for the, whatever, the 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever that was. Oh, you like this one? This one is the favorite? Okay. All right. Yeah, so I started my empty nesting doing a lot of traveling, which was really great. And now I'm catching up on everything that I've missed for the past, I don't know, when did we move back? 23, I don't know, 13 years, I guess. So now I've got a lot of work to do. Okay, I need to know, do any of you buy from closet sales? Do any of you buy from What's Not or Poshmark or any of that? Hold on, this is a fancy one also. A little bit fancier than the last. I don't know why. I don't know why that one has a bit of a casual appeal to me, but it does. What did anybody say? Oh, I left the glasses over there. Hold on. I'll put on another kind that I see right here. Ah, a 9-year-old, nice. 9-year-old daughter. Here's what I can tell you about that, is that this is my work. My work is that I'm a YouTuber, Instagrammer, TikToker, influencer, brand partner, affiliate, consultant, you name it, creator, I don't know, too many things. Well, if I could get it to work right. Okay, that you get the picture, okay? I'm a chef and I own a dog food business. Where is it that where is that? Where is your, oh, see now, look at this. This is a day after and this looks so much better. That little roll is not there today. It's so fascinating. Oh my God. Oh, love these glasses, thanks. The Caribbean islands. North Carolina, okay. Are you getting hit with this weather in North Carolina or not so much? Rashid, are you there? I think that you like this one. Charlotte, okay. Charlotte, North Carolina. That is my favorite airport. I love this dress. This dress, so it's all sheer, and then it has all of these infused with these sparkles, and then underneath it has a liner that is what gives it the darker bodice, and I just love it. It's just great. And to be 100% transparent, I got this directly from the, not designers, buyers, I guess. The buyers who came directly from China. And they had it, and I said, oh, can I try that on? And they were like, sure. And then they were shocked when it fit and looked fantastic. And that was like when I was, I don't know, 80 pounds bigger, 75 pounds bigger. And here we are, and it's looking just as fabulous. I look 20 something. I'm not. I feel 20 something. Yes, brown is one of my colors. See, Rashid, that's why we understand each other, because I'm like a 20 something. It's true. There's a lot of truth to that. That's right. Okay, so and the trumpet sleeve again. Love it. I need an event for that. I don't know. I'm a little shy on events at the moment. A little hesitant. Things are really crazy out there. Don't y'all think? Don't let my husband know that I did that, y'all. My husband has a thing that you can't leave the hair in the clothes to look at how it looks. That's a big no-no. He's always like, I can't see how it looks. Take your hair out. Oops, I put it inside out. So wasn't that nice that they gifted this to me? I think I left that part out. They gifted it to me after they saw how lovely it looked, and they were like, oh my God, yes, please take it. I was like, oh, thank you so much. This one is just lovely. This one is truly 3/4 sleeves, and it has kind of like a boat neck, and it has no zipper on this one, right? Yeah, this is the no zipper one. This one has no pockets, and this one is not lined. But it does have a belt that I think when you put the belt on, it makes it a whole different dress. And so simple, but look at that. Isn't that an absolutely different dress? One little bow. Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. The soul never ages. That is 100% correct. That I am absolute proof of that. I don't have any dogs. My Charlie passed away in March of 2023. Thank you for the hearts. Can somebody tell me, how do you make those hearts go up? How do you make those hearts? Oh, there's even woohoo! Yeah, really sad. I miss him. He's so cute. But there is a dog of social media called Fluffy Condotelier. Do you know Fluffy? Fluffy Condotelier. He lives in Las Vegas. And I actually know his mom because we're in a mastermind together. I knew the dog before I knew the mom. I knew the dog before we were in the mastermind together. And then I was like, wait, what? And then we met in Las Vegas last April. And I love them both. They're amazing. And that dog, Fluffy Condotelier, is so much like my Charlie. It's crazy. But where is the heart? See, I don't see that. I don't see a heart. So I guess maybe if I was watching a stream, I would see the heart. So I probably can't make a heart go up. I got it from here. Ah, two Cane Corso. Isn't a Cane Corso a big dog? Like almost like a greyhound? Or no, am I wrong? I do not have a bikini stream. We are in winter, okay? I don't have any bikinis, but the funny part is that today I just got a brand gifted me a bathing suit, a red bathing suit. So in February, I wear red every day. Okay, a bull mastiff, okay. Then I think I know a guy who breeds those here in Los Angeles. So in February there will be a red bathing suit, whatever modeling situation. So anyway, this one is lovely, and it's just so classic, and it's not velvet, but all the glitter is just so stunning. I mean, you can't, again, this is like an all occasion, just a beautiful, simple dress that I'm telling you, that one little die makes all the difference. And this is a true 3/4 sleeve, and it's very comfortable, and I love it. Okay, Northern Cal. They're on my YouTube shorts. Oh, okay. Chef Robert. Hold on. Hold on. How do I? I don't know. Whoops. Yes, I could go dance it. What other types of clothes do I show? It depends on what the day is. Yesterday it was all kinds of things, all dresses and casual sweats and jumpsuits and whatever. Today is just velvet and kind of fancy dresses. Oh, the dogs are sisters. How nice. How nice. If you're new here, please go ahead and send, oh my goodness, Praiser Preyes. Did I say it right? Praiser Preyes. Is that your full name? Um, Thank you so much for the $10. I love that. That is so fantastic. Thank you so much. You're not new. Okay, good. Um, but Chef, are you new? I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong. But anybody who's new here, if you would hit that follow button, I would really appreciate it. And if you're not new here and you know some ladies who need some dresses, if you could forward the stream to them. We're talking mid-size, curvy ladies, like people that are like, you know, medium, large, extra large, like that kind of range of woman. If you know those kind of gals, send them my video so that they could join in on seeing some of the choices that are out there for mid-sized ladies. And I would appreciate it. My channel is so close to 50,000. I'm at like 49.5 something, and I am trying to get to that 50,000 so I can then get to the 100,000. I need that play button real soon. So if you could help me in that, I would really appreciate it. I would really, really, really appreciate it. And I really appreciate Praiser Preyes, did I say it correctly, for sending over the $10 because this channel currently is mostly subscriber and member funded. So that just means the world to me because that helps me to create more content. I don't know if you all know that, but you know, creating content is expensive. Did you know that? I mean, it's not just expensive in time, it's just expensive in general. And so every little bit helps. So thank you so much. Oh, what happened? Reconnecting. What is my hip measurement? You know, Ogie, I keep that for my modeling and my brand clients. That's not something that I just disclose. Thank you, Prayas. And did you tell me where are you located? I feel like I asked that already, but I've already forgotten if you actually told me. So sorry for that. Let's see. Ruben, what do I do? This is what I do. I'm a YouTuber, a TikToker, an Instagrammer. Would consider, you know, what somebody would consider a content creator, fashion, fitness, food, and finds creator. I'm a patient awareness advocate for lipidema, obesity care, food allergies, AFib, sleep apnea, mast cell activation, hypermobility. I think that's kind of covers most of it. And I'm a consultant, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, I'm an image consultant, I'm a stylist, not to mention a mom of a new college freshman, okay, I guess, second semester college freshman, and a wife. There you go. That kind of covers it. She lost a few pounds. Yeah, 85 to be exact. and how old are, so Ruben, how old are you? There we go. We gotta, it's never alive unless you have to repeat yourself. It's never alive unless you have to repeat yourself. Oh my God. So yes, I work quite a bit. What is a CNA? Like, I'm not a CNA in a doctor's office, like a clinical person. Yeah, no, I'm not that. Definitely not. I could be, but I'm not. With the amount of medical knowledge I have at this point, I definitely could be that, but I'm not. And oh, what if I do that? Oh yeah. This dress is just so classic, so classically beautiful, so comfortable. Again, it's the real 3/4 sleeves. Again, it's kind of like a boat neck. Again, it's got the beautiful feminine tailoring and the full pleated skirt that it just gives a, it's just so graceful, right? Isn't it though? It's so, I love it. It's just beautiful. Some say curvy, some say couldn't. There you go. Just saying. What did you say? You're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Praiser Prayez. I appreciate that so much. Hi, Rashid. Velvet, yes. Take the money and don't answer. I did answer. I did say thank you so much. And I said thank you. You know what? If there are messages messages that are held for review, you all can't see those, can you? I mean, you can't see what it says, can you? Can you click into that and view what it says? Now this I gotta know. That would be terrible. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yes, Praiser Prayez. I said thank you very much for the $10, and then when the $20 came, I said, oh my gosh, you sent something additional. Thank you so much. That's amazing. And even more so because I was explaining the fact that it is expensive to run a YouTube channel. It's expensive to create content. It's expensive to, like spend the money to buy all the things. Yes, some things get gifted, but I mean, I don't even know what percentage. I would say a very small percentage is gifted. It's mostly what you go out and you select. So I spend a lot of time, identifying things that I think other people would really benefit from. And I'm never bringing you something that I wouldn't use myself. And if there's something that gives me hesitation, I generally let you know, like I did with that one dress where I love the dress, but it has the thing underneath that will stick out, and that makes no sense to me. And the other dress that has a little bit of scratchiness, well, I probably hadn't, I tried it on. I hadn't worn it long enough to know that, oh, right, that dress has a little bit of scratchiness in it. So I'm letting you know, you can make your decisions. Most people could care less if they had a scratchy dress. They don't even know they have a scratchy dress because they're not sensitive. I just happen to be sensitive, so I know, oh, that's a scratchy dress for me. But that doesn't mean that somebody else wouldn't absolutely love it, because they would. But yeah, Rashid, are you seeing this one? Is this just not absolutely stunningly beautiful? I have a mole growth on my nose exactly in the same place as you. Why the frig do they grow there? You know, it's really interesting. Did you ever see that? I think he's in Australia. Did you ever see that little boy? Well, I'm sure he's not little anymore. I'm sure he's a very grown man now. But I think there's somebody called Turtle Boy, and his entire body is covered in raised moles, like entirely. And I forget what the condition is called. And I have this is a raised mole. I have one on my waist that's a little bit raised, and then I have one in between my toes that's a little raised. And I was like, oh, do I have that thing that the turtle boy has? And my dermatologist, she thinks that I'm funny. And she's like, if you want to have that taken off, I can take it off in one slice. And I was like, yeah, but what? And I just talked about this yesterday, so I really don't want to talk about it again. But since you bring it up, I'm going to. When I was, I want to say I was like 6, 7, 8 years old. My mother, when we went to the pediatrician for my annual checkup or whatever, school checkup, she said, can you take the beauty mark off of my nose? Because it was a flat, small beauty mark that was of small proportion to my nose. It wasn't like even as much, and it was flat. And the pediatrician said, absolutely not. That's what makes her her. And so my mother was like, huh. So, okay, fast forward to now I'm like 20 years old, and well, my mother always said I should have it removed. So now, I go to the doctor and go to the dermatologist and say, can you remove this? And the dermatologist says, for $4,000, I can return it. And this was when I was 20, and that was a long time ago. So, and I was still in college. I didn't have $4,000. Can you take, and they said, yes, and you'll have a divot the size of the mole. So I was like, well, like, wait a minute, you're like plastic. So, I have to go to a plastic surgeon. So, okay, great. So forget that. So now I'm 23 years old, and I go to a plastic surgeon, and the plastic surgeon says, I can do it for $6,000, but it's going to have an indent and you'll have a scar. And I'm like, and also, well, did you plan to get pregnant? Yes. Well, then it may grow back when you're pregnant. Oh, okay, great. So I shouldn't have it removed till I'm pregnant? Probably not. And it was not this high at that time. So it has risen over the years and probably gotten a little bigger, although the circumference is not getting bigger, and it's not getting bigger in either way anymore. And so then I was like, okay, that's that. I forgot all about it because I was like, well, what do I want to have a divot? Because it's the same thing. If I have a divot that's a crater the same size as the height of what it is, it's still going to be something that people are going to look and go, wait, what? So why? And so I haven't done that until, oh, is that what it's called? It's called congenital. Yeah, okay. I think you might be right. Um, so I don't know, I think it was last year or the year before, my new dermatologist was like, if you ever want me to take that off, I can. I just slice it. I go, yeah, well, there'll be a divot. And she's like, no, there won't. She's like, I slice it the same. And I go, well, how long will it take to heal? And she's like, not long. It's a no, like you literally, it's a no-brainer. And I was like, really? And I was like, my whole life. And she's like, yeah, I don't know why people told you that. And I was like, so I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really have any reason to have it taken off because it doesn't really bother me at all. Mine is not hairy. I think that boy's was hairy. And those other two that are way smaller and way less raised that I was saying, those are definitely not hairy and definitely not. But I'm like, what do I have? Wait, is this another $10? No, this is still from Praise or Prayas. So that's interesting. What happened to the 20? Oh, I can like it. Hold up. Wait, can I? How do I do that? Oh, no, I can't like it. Oh, wait. I can. Hold on. Okay, I hit like, but how do you hit the... Oh, I did it. Wait a minute. Can I do it over here? Oh, I didn't know that. All right, well, now I'm learning. So, oh, maybe that's why he thought I didn't say anything. I sliced mine off. It just grew back. Oh, see? So the idea that it grows back is true. Wow. That's crazy. Well, I think that my doctor, I think he was ahead of his time because he was right. It was what made me me. Nobody else has the exact same one in the exact same spot in the exact same way. I don't know if he knew that it was going to grow. And I've always had to check to make sure that it's not like a bad growth. And it has never been. So, you know, I am also lucky that I have my current dermatologist who, um, you know, thinks that you don't need to, um, don't fix what's not broke is her philosophy, and I love that philosophy. So, you know, my Jamaican accent is intoxicating. Well, thank you. Jamaica, New York, maybe? I don't know. Can cauterize it though. I might try that next time. Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, I like their ideas that if it's not broke, why do you have to fix it? So, um, but I guess we were twinning then. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing. So anyway, thanks y'all for being here. 2 hours and 7 minutes, crazy. Thank you, Praiser Prayez, for the 2 donations. $30 is a big deal, and I can probably do a lot with that. So I'm really excited about that. And then I had an early donation of $9.99 from one of somebody who was here in the beginning, and that was really helpful as well. And I really appreciated that also. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for these hearts going up. Now I can't wait to go on someone else's live and see what that little heart button is. And now I know that when a donation is made, I can hit the little heart and the thumbs up on it. So I learned something new today. And then Rashid sent over a bunch of those gifts. So I got to go look up how does that work? Or I'm sure it's going to tell me somewhere about something. Oh, look at this, Jamie Santana. Thank you, Jamie Santana, for $10. Okay, look, now I know it. Look, I can go like, and then I can hit the heart. Yay! Oh my God, I'm learning. That's really awesome. And again, I don't know how long you've been here or what you've heard, but I so am impressed with this crowd that has had so many names in your handle. You're actually showing up as yourselves in some way. And I can't tell you how proud that makes me to know that there are some people out there standing in their own name and they're not simply hiding behind a screen. And that just makes me so happy. And it makes me so hopeful that, my God, maybe we can be real and connect with each other. I was remembering back to when my husband and I met. We were pioneers. We were pioneers on the internet because we actually met on the internet. We met through what was called a bulletin board. And a bulletin board was something that AOL had that you could put up a little message and then people could find out about it. And before that, there was a thing, it was built off of like in a grocery store in the old days, there was a bulletin board that people would put up, like if they're selling their car, or if they needed a babysitter, or they needed a piano teacher, or blah, 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 blah. Like community notices were on a bulletin board. So this was, um, and then there were, in the newspaper, they had help wanted ads, and after they had help wanted ads, which was for jobs, then they had like things being sold or garage sales, or so those were also like little notices. And then there came dating ads in the newspaper. And I thought that like a friend's older sister did this, and I thought that was the most mortifying thing a person could do. And fast forward, then they had a bulletin board on a computer, and I put essentially an ad on a bulletin board. You didn't have to pay for it, but I put a note on a bulletin board on a computer. So, but my roommate was in all of the chat rooms, and I remember being so annoyed that she's in all of these chat rooms, and she was like so obsessed. And I thought, this is the stupidest thing that has ever happened, because the only thing it's going to do is it's going to make people connect less. Like they're just going to have another smoke screen between them, and they're just going to connect less. And I literally remember this yesterday, and I was like, wow, wasn't I right? Because here we have this smoke screen that is helping people to avoid connecting in real life, and also is putting the smoke screen of being like, well, it doesn't matter what I say because nobody knows who I am, and I can pretend to be whoever I want to be. And so that's pretty fascinating. And so crazy, really crazy how things evolve but don't really change. So anyway, all right, I am ready to call it a night. Thank you very much. Perfect. 7 o'clock. Now I got to go figure out, what are we going to have for dinner? Do you have any thoughts? I don't have any thoughts. Actually, I have one thought, and it's very simple. We're going to have hamburger patties with sauteed mushrooms, and that's that. And that's how it works. It's like, that's it. No lasagna, for sure. No lasagna. I did make a lasagna-ish for Christmas, and we had the last piece from the freezer on the weekend, so that's the end of that. And we don't usually eat pasta in my house, and my husband told me yesterday that we had to go back to eating meat. And I was like, really? We said we were going to do that on February 1st. So I'm ready to do it today. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's about the extent of my cooking skills tonight. I can throw the cut up mushrooms into the pan to saute while I pull out the frozen grass-fed hamburger patties, and blah blah. It's done. So thank you so much, Jamie Santana. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Praiser Preyes. I appreciate your donation so much. And to my first donation, I really appreciate you setting the example as well. So thanks for setting up the hearts. I love that. Please hit your follow buttons. Remember to forward the live. Forward once it gets posted. I will post it. And I'll see y'all again. Bye. I probably actually turn on your notifications if I didn't already say that, because I will be back tomorrow with a Walmart haul. And that's got all kinds of women's fashion. Okay. Bye. See ya.